A fusionology saga, the Wilmington Massacre Rainbow docu-opera, Totem Series presents, Episode 5, Rainbow 70s, The New AZALEAS. A nouveau rock, new wave and funk, disc operetta.
The Wilmington 10 high schoolers, and the African American community surrounding them. Note: in this episode, the new AZALEAS scripting will insert docu-musical vignettes, parts 1 to 5, flashbacks to the Wilmington 10 factual details. Flashback Part 1. New Hanover County Schools 12-year resistance to desegregation. Part 2. New Hanover County Schools finally integrate but not without troubles. Part 3. The 7 days and nights of unrest and horror that make the Wilmington 10. Part 4. After a year of racial fret, the conflict resolves with a clear injustice. The younger generations discover that older cross-racial views are grossly untrue. Flashback Part 5. 1975 to 80 school years. The new Hanover County Student Body Revolution. Despite the school board's resistance, when given a chance to participate in desired extracurriculars, both European and African American students don't mind, or like it, some even love, interacting with their interracial team sports, fine art and science clubs, and other voluntarily participatory events. The fear was unfounded.
A brief history of the Azalea Festival, New Hanover County, Wilmington, North Carolina. Rooting back to 1934, the Azalea Festival was the vision of Dr. Houston Moore, transforming unkept swampy Greenfield Lake into an elegantly landscaped park. He enlisted the support of the Wilmington Rotary Club, whose Rotary Wheel Garden has been a fixture in Greenfield Park since 1965. Service above self has been the motto since 1915, and its outreach programs are among the most colorfully diverse of any Wilmington organization. However, it took 10 years before the park finally blossomed. Then, Dr. Moore conceived of the festival, held annually when the flowers burst into bloom. The first Azalea Festival in 1948 drew over 60,000 spectators to the park, including movie star Jacqueline White, crowning her as the first Queen Azalea at Luminous Station on Wrightsville Beach. Resources suggest the Cape Fear Garden Club has applied the antebellum theme, in line with its iconic Southern Flora motif. Therefore, in 1969, it requested the first Azalea Bells, 7 daughters of the members, to act as ambassadors of the gardens, while adorning pre-Civil War dresses that complemented the blooms. Fact: there was a recent contention surrounding the modern appropriateness of the antebellum theme in the Azalea Festival, particularly the Azalea Bells. In the ongoing debate of preserving versus reprocessing Southern history, scripting will not weigh in. But when addressing the concern that the committee intentionally chose to highlight the darkest of our Southern eras, perhaps a little clarity will help dispel that notion. Unlike the issue with the city's Confederate statue, removed for sensitivity correctness, there's clear traceable evidence of no malice intent at the root of the festival's honored junior court. Exactly why very few African, Hispanic, Asian, Native, or other Americans weren't often chosen to serve is directly related to the city's political disharmony. But that's a different address. When viewing the festival's royal family, please recognize and note: the Azalea Queen and Princess represent statuses of British royalty, while the princess's southerly maids came more than 3 decades later, as suggested by the Cape Fear Garden Club. So the inspiration for the antebellum dresses wasn't to accent the architecture, nor the regalia stand to remind us of the despicable racial disorder. But instead, the junior court was envisioned by little Southern gardening ladies, celebrating pretty flowers, and the Victorian-influenced dresses to match their palette of exquisite flora. Flowers. Dresses. That's it. The Azalea Bells were no more ill-conceived than that. Ridding of the dresses altogether was likely the wiser choice for modern times. But the rooting vision, though unknowingly insensitive, was adopted sheerly for artistic aesthetic. The legacy of Azalea Bells should be viewed as such, not for the unspoken sensibility of this truth, but because it's in line with Wilmington's other warm, rich, and revered artistry.
That's it!
Okay, let us continue. The Azalea Festival 1970 to 1980, headlining performances and appearances. Since its beginning, Azalea Fest has been proud to present acclaimed celebrities. For this decade, 70s to 80s, the festival showcased Bob Hope, Cab Calloway, The Spinners, Yakety Sax Boots Randolph, Desmond Wilson, The Four Aces, the Richard and Patty Roberts family, and his world action singers, Ted Lang, and others. All impressive, but still the conventional standard for Azalea. However, throughout these years, the festival doesn't have a complete facelift, but at least starts wearing more contemporary makeup.
As the
the city incurs a cultural advancement, Azalea reluctantly welcomes a new strain of entertainer. The local youngsters, high schoolers in fact, the next population of artists, with a unique approach to art. An elevated sense of community. Fresher perspective on life. A whole generation of exciting, compelling, and newfangled outlooks. Rainbow 70s. The new Azaleas. A nouveau rock, new wave and funk, disco operetta. No. Scripting will never be able to identify the mentionable selects of a whole generation. They are all remarkable and notable. However, these are some selects of the selects who comprise the next evolution of Wilmington's polyculture community. Another tiny revolution. Somewhat central to this collection is a group of thriving young musicians, the Squirrels. For the fictional, non-fictional part of this retelling, let's refer to them as the Wax Squirrely Wabbits, and the extraordinary young people surrounding them, the new Azaleas.
Note: though abbreviated in this mock-up, scripting will present the following 22 characters, from birth to teenhood, and into their high school Azalea years, alternating with the progressing Wilmington 10 flashbacks. Halfway through this mock-up, thus, the middle of the episode, storytelling proceeds into the Azalea tale of the recurring plot.
Supporting characters.
Mr. P.D. Squirrel. P.D. Wabbit. Casting, Irish-American male 15 to 20. Band leader, songwriter, guitar, vocals. A visionary. Mr. All Things into account. And I mean all things. Check the ironing board. Mr. Avant-Garde. Mr. Guitar. Mr. Keys. Mr. Instrument Ornate. Mr. Too Cool for my beer. Mr. Deaf Too Young for my beer. Mr. Hard Work. And I mean really hard work. Mr. Drench. See the sweat? Mr. Rockin' Live Show. Mr. Quiet Genius Composer. P.D. P.D. Squirrel. Casting, Irish-American male, age 15 to 20. Signature song. Now, how can we groove a new kind of groove?
Sir Polly Squirrel. Polly Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American male, 15 to 20. Band lead guitar, songwriter, vocals. A visionary. Sir Fender Stratocaster. Sir Fashion and Passion. Sir Fashion and Fur. Team Adorable. Lover Sir Lancelot. Sir Abstractions. Sir Elaborations. Sir One Direction, the band, but circa 1970s, and to Highway 74. Sir Marin, but for the Wabbits. Sir Galahad, but for guitar. Sir Magician Musician Munitions. Sir Firing Riffs and Rounds. Polly. Polly Squirrel. Casting, Euro-American male, 15 to 20. Signature song? These 6 strings.
Baby Dance Squirrel. Dance Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American male, age 15 to 20. Band electric bass, songwriter, vocals. A visionary. Rhythm with the drummer, but baby of the band. Baby Gentle Heart. Baby Gentleman. Baby. Baby Face. Baby Pretty Face. Dance. Baby New Wave. Baby Dance for Dance. Baby Jam for Slam. Dance. Dance Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American male, 15 to 20. Signature song? This rave has a new crave. Let's surf on a new wave.
Fat Man Squirrel. Fat Man Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American male, age 15 to 20. Band drummer, songwriter, vocals. A visionary. With a letter play of irony, Fat is actually quite tall and lank. Rhythm of the kid. Even baby Balzajamin. Grows into rhythm of the darling boy blue. Then to rhythm of the precocious teen. Fat Man. The rhythm of exploration. The rhythm of exhibition. Rhythm of the beret. Rhythm of the beat arts. Rhythm of the beatnik. Music rhythm of the South. Music chisel southern sculpture. Putting southern sculpture on the kids. LOL. A tad more flavor than your average drummer. Fat Man. Fat Squirrel. Casting, Euro-American male, age 15 to 20. Signature song? Skin and Bones. I'm Bones Rat-a-tat and Skins. Wilmington 10, flashback. Then return.
The Wing Wabbits. What are Wing Wabbits? They are other musicians, occasionally invited to fly along in performance. They often invite Dare, the city's power duo.
Watts Squirrel. Watts Dare Wing Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American male, 15 to 20. Synthesizer keyboards, songwriter, vocals. A visionary. Watts is masterful on the first resin samples for the synth keys. And is skillful with the early expansion of computer-generated sound.
Wood, Wabbit. Wood, Dare Wing Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American male, 15 to 20. Band enhancements. Keys. Vocals. A visionary. With a wonderful accent. was jagged, providing superb undertones and exquisite harmonies.
What's Wabbit?
Wood Wabbit.
Their signature song? There's love in the magic, and magic in the love.
Leeway Wabbit. Leeway, Wing Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American female, 15 to 20. Electric keyboards, piano, vocals. A visionary. Enough character for any occasion, she always fits the bill. Lovely as a rose. Cute as a button. Leisurely as a lion. Chic as a cheetah. Crazy like a sailor. But sharp as a tack. Trained in piano and with vocal experience, Leeway loves to sit in periodically. Always a fun additive. Leeway. Leeway Wabbit. Signature song? Heck, women's lib. Hell, women lib.
Okay, so before we go any further, remember this avant character. I.e., this solemn genius. As a boy, before realizing his most genuine calling, he dabbled in sports for a season or two. Then this little king of hearts, impressively enough, even tiny flutters with the swirl. Code for interracial. This was rare for the period and especially for turn of the decade in Wilmington. As he came into his own, he sometimes postured himself as a proper ladies' man. But it had always been evident that he'd been quite smitten, and dearly encumbered with this handsome, adorable young lady. She will earn his lifelong affection. You know, when you run across two people who are so intellectually, expressively, and even physically similar, you naturally assume they must be siblings. Then you realize that the universe didn't make them with one another, but rather, for each other. And that they are, in fact, quite literally, soulmates. Well, these are such too. He's fallen head over heels, as has she. And they have a burning romance lasting over 35 years now. What a magnificent coupling. Before ever was coined the phrase, they were #relationship goals. Okay, let's get back to it. His love is from the family of high schoolers surrounding the Wabbits. And it's no wonder she has an innate love for music. She's from a bloodline of artists, a descendant of musicians. These are her distant uncles, the family's colorful washboard, banjo, bluegrass band. She's a performer as well.
Scooter. Scooter Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American female, 15 to 20. Actress, theatre, film. A visionary. Like Joan of Arc, or Gloria Steinem, she's a woman of power. Lady of the stage. Maker of dramatics. Cutie of the stealth. Scooter. Glamour of the curls. Lena of the chill. Tie of the chi. Rouser of the comedy. And Scooter of the Wabbits. Scooter. Scooter Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American female, 15 to 20. Signature song. Acting moments.
Wama Wabbit. Wacky Wama Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American male, 15 to 20. Band photographer, visual artist, synth sound designer. A visionary. The jokester. A goofball. A farcical funny guy. Zany Wama loves this band, great affection for them all. He even synthesizes zany Wama sounds of his own. Wama, with an eye for style and trendy upscale wardrobing, the city's most popular men's fashion house, employs him with the now famous Carl Gray and brother Anton. He creates zany Wama multimedia vision works, and coins a rather memorable zany Wama name and character. Committed band photographer. Wama. Wacky Wama Wabbit. Casting, Euro-American male, 15 to 20. Signature song? Click click shtick 1,000 words.
Other supporting characters.
Goddess of B.
Angel IB.
Sister Muse.
Casting, Euro-American females. The B Sisters. Be peaceful, be kind, be well. A couple of pretty and exceedingly talented siblings. School favorites. They love to hang with the Wabbits. Sister Muse.
Goddess of B. Casting, age 15 to 20. Maestro thespian. A visionary. A burst of wholesome sunshine. Lover of school. Her sights set on the education of theater. And her mod style set to precious. So much so, that she steals the heart of a pretty Wabbit.
Angel IB. Casting, age 15 to 20. Artistry of athletics. A visionary. A burst of wholesome sunshine. A model of good health. Her sights are set on wellness journey. And her beachery set to sunny.
Sister Muse. Just regular hip little sister chicks. Then unexpectedly, they appear as two of the loving muses. And serve the scene narrative for enhancements. Casting, Euro-American females, 15 to 20, flute and lyre players. Their signature song? Be only kindness. Sisters 2. Peer the gentle eye. Utter only truth.
Lore. Lore Mac. Casting, Euro-American female, 15 to 20. Songwriter, guitarist, vocalist. A visionary. Rock. A bi. Babyface. Writer of feel-good songs. Lore Mac. Composer of heartfelt, prideful songs.
and creator of poignant, offbeat humor no tunes. Lore. Always like an old friend bearing gifts sound and new. Lore Mac. Casting, Euro-American female, 15 to 20. Signature song. I don't mind the bruises of construction this demands. All the cuts and the calluses. My music shack build in hands.
C Dance. Charlie Dance. Casting, African American male, age 15 to 20. Disc jockey, radio personality. A visionary. A rock and soul DJ. DJ Sly as a little guy. DJ guitar. DJ hit them books. Charlie. DJ Sweet Ride. DJ Sweet Kid. DJ Trench, Yacht and Chill. DJ, Super Cool. DJ, Super Nice. DJ Superhero. DJ, Superfly. Though a captivating entertainer, he doesn't perform at the Azalea Fests. With a sultry baritone voice and an intoxicating personality, he instead radio hosts from them and is an engaging field reporter. Charlie Dance. A rock and soul DJ. Charlie. Casting, African American male, age 15 to 20. Signature song? AM, FM, baby.
Wilmington 10, flashback. Then return.
Another influential band is the Coolies, led by one
Cooley. Von Cooley. Casting, Euro-American male, age 15 to 20. Band leader, vocals, composer, synth keyboards. A visionary. Peter Punk, the pipe piano pixie boy. This pensively delicate little charmer grows into this pocket-sized genius. Then to this pocket-sized genius. Why Peter? A teen sprite with heart enough to lead the Lost Boys. Why Punk? Well, this Peter is a bit more outrageous than the other Prince Ungrown. The emotive troupier of the stage. The astute observer of the arts. The skankin' lord of the dance. The Victorian chic of the fashion. And the precarious key of the sticks. Alter ego? When heading his band, he postures one Madame Von Cooley. Take the tender genius of Von Denver. The sensation of Von Elton. The electricity of Von Bowie. The satin voice of Von Grable. And the scratchy rock of Von Zeppelin. Thus makes Madame Von Cooley and the Coolies her band of unlost boys. All while remaining that delicate Prince Ungrown. Cooley. Von Cooley. Casting, Euro-American man, age 15 to 20. Signature song? The Wizard and the Alchemist.
Cuzzo. Kaz Cuzzo. Casting, Euro-American male, age 15 to 20. Heavy metal drummer, background vocals, a visionary. The adorable rock rebel. This little wise guy rebel. Grows to this cute beach bum rebel. A rebel against school norms. He partakes in all musical activities, marching band, orchestra, symphony, and so on. Many aren't aware of his aspiration to attend North Carolina School of the Arts, or his friendly affection with principal players of the local theater art community. Kaz Cuzzo. With charisma matching the actor folk, many teensters idolize the adorable rebel. This pic seems to be a genuine fan photo of a not-so-false, faux surprise. There's also nothing false when he meets idols of his own. It's no understatement that Cuzzo is the rebel come pocket-sized, but he has a personality that packs a monster-sized punch. He has an explosive presence in all aspects of his career. So much so, that in many band photos, he often appears to be group leader more than the group drummer. And he performs like he's romping the lip of stage, rather than sitting on the back of it. Cuzzo. Kaz Cuzzo. Casting, Euro-American male, age 15 to 20. Signature song? The night is young and wild. Me too, me too. Comparable to the size of an actual Muppet, Cuzzo is the real life animal.
Tanchi Q. Casting, African American male, 15 to 20. Image stylist. A visionary. His hairstylings are virtuous and he has a splendid eye for couture. Unapologetically gay. Playful but takes himself seriously for a young person. He's content only doing work for his neighborhood fans, but likes these artist kids, and volunteers to hairdress and wardrobe advice. Known to adore his husband, but people rarely see him. Signature song. Image advice. Wear the mask. You.
Way over on the other side of town, at Hoggett High School's sprawling campus, they have their own select of Azalea performers, two of which are also sisters, the Wheelers. The Wheeler twins. Casting, African American females, ages 15 to 20. These beloved babies flower into these precious princesses before becoming these terrific teens. The girls have always been high achievers. From a prominent, dedicated family, they have a self-imposed rigorous schedule.
Franny Wheeler. the brains and heart. A visionary. The informer. Franny is known for giving her friend group the particular details about their shared ventures, so they can determine their best decisions. Eventually attends a state college, majors in communication, sights set for TV journalism.
Her early years looking like a Janet Jackson Gun news reporter.
Maggie Wheeler, the mind and soul. A visionary. The confidant. Maggie is known for listening to her friend group in times of need, so they feel supported in knowing there's someone to talk to. She attends a different university, studies mental health, sites set for counseling.
All looking like you got Whitney Houston for a therapist. The Wheeler twins. Though explicitly committed to their studies, the girls like to dance in their spare time, spinning under the title, The Pinwheeler Twins. They're new Azalea high schoolers as well. They present a captivating tap and shuffle acrobatic routine. Franny and Maggie. With the eyes of the community upon them, they're eager to rise to the challenge. These sisters are a fetching and formidable pair. The Wheeler twins. Casting: African-American females, ages 15 to 20. Signature song.
Here's a hint.
Here's a hug.
Let us help.